What's up, all? It's Tristan here. Today I'm going to be checking out a song that I've heard way too much to even count. And yeah, you might be saying, well, why do a reaction? You've already heard the song a million times. I want to do it just because it's a fucking amazing song. And yeah, it's my most played song on Spotify, I think, all time. But it doesn't make it any less impactful when I do listen to it. But we're going to be checking out a song from Parkway Drive. And if you don't know me from the Facebook group, if you're just a random viewer on YouTube, well, first off, welcome. And two, Parkway Drive is my favorite metalcore band of all time. It's the first one I ever got into. Long story short, Horizons is probably my second favorite album of all time. But the song is Boneyards, and if you know the song, you know what I'm talking about. You know the ending. You know that even after 11 years, 12 now, that it still hits harder than a Mack truck. At least for metalcore. I mean, you got deathcore and death metal, stuff like that, where it's intentionally down-tuned and stuff to where it hits harder. But for metalcore standards, the breakdown in Boneyards is fucking phenomenal. And I'm not going to pause it throughout the song. I'm going to just have the song play through and I'll talk about it at the end because I don't like pausing Boneyards. So without further ado, let's begin. Oh yeah. Oh god. Woo! That riff is so nice, God. Woo. God. Has rusted through. So good. God, that charging. Oh. Alright, that's like even if you don't like Parkway Drive, that is like the one song that like 99% of people agree. Yeah, it's a banger. It's from start to finish. It's the hype song, the pit song, the hey beat somebody up song, the workout song, the hey I'm having a shitty day at work song. Like it's so good. It is so good. But talking about what I like about the song is gonna be a chore in and of itself because I just like the entire song. I love the whole song. But for breaking it down, Winston's vocal performance on this song, it's Parkway. It's trademark Parkway. It's his mid-range, almost death growl sort of shit that he's done for years. I mean, at least up until Ire. But it's so good. He's got such a good voice for metalcore. The drums, Ben kills it, murders it in this song. Jeff and Luke, fantastic. I love the lead riff of the song is absolutely amazing. And then the bass in Parkway's never really been the standout. It's never been the highlight, but the bass isn't bad. Like, you got songs like Slow Surrender or Absolute Power where the bass, really comes through. But in this song, it's all about the guitar and the drums carrying the song. But it's 3 minutes 17 on the video. I think it's 3:15 or 16 for the actual song. But it's just amazing. And this came out, the video on YouTube came out 11 fucking years ago. And it still rips hard as fuck. But on top of the album, that Horizons as an album, literally every song save, Begin, which is the first track, and Moments of Oblivion, which is a filler track to lead in between two songs. Every song is great. Every song is great. No filler at all. Period. Like, you got Breaking Point, Idols and Anchors, Carry On, Horizons, the song being my personal favorite Parkway Drive song, Boneyards, Dead Man's Chest. You got so many that are just fucking great. Frostbite, 5 months. I literally just named the entire album. But, see, that's what happens when you have a passion for a band. Like, you have, people that are probably passionate, like, say, bands like Trivium and Killswitch and Architects and people fall in love with that music and listen to their entire stuff. That's me with Parkway. I listen to all their albums at least once a week. The only exception being Ire, and that's not because it's my least favorite. My least favorite is actually Atlas. But Ire is just one that is not as accessible to me personally. It's not one that I find myself constantly going back and listening to. But I'm not trying to give a long-winded diatribe on the reasons I love Parkway. But for specifically the album of Horizons, for me personally, it is a genre-defining masterpiece of metalcore for the mid-2000s. 2007 is when it came out. And, I personally think I have never heard, I think the only thing that comes close for metalcore for albums, you've got As Daylight Dies by Killswitch, Alive or Just Breathing by Killswitch, The Fall of Ideals by All That Remains, and Ascendancy by Trivium. It's another really good-ass metalcore. I mean, Killing With a Smile by Parkway, but I feel like Killing With a Smile, Horizons is just Killing With a Smile perfected. There's probably a bunch that I'm forgetting, just because, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but as far as I'm concerned, I think Horizons is personally, I think, my personal favorite metalcore album of all time. I'm not going to just go say, it's the best of all time, because music is subjective, and there's a fucking sea of good-ass metalcore albums. But there's also a sea of shit stuff that's that gives metalcore a bad rap that it has. Metalcore isn't metal. Then why is it called metalcore? I understand you have hardcore and metal in there, but a lot of metalcore bands fuse the two. Hence why it's called metalcore. People don't understand that. But, I don't want this video to get too long. All I'm going to say is, for closing comments, is that Parkway Drive is my personal favorite metalcore band. Top 5 band all time. But this song, Boneyards, is an absolute classic. And the only reason it's my most played on Spotify is because every time it comes on in shuffle or I queue up the Horizons album, I always repeat it at least once. Sometimes maybe like 9 or 12 times, but that's beside the point. Song's amazing, the band's amazing. Whether or not you like their new musical direction is personal preference. I enjoyed Reverence and Ire. I think they're solid albums. I like the way they're going. Some people don't. It's whatever, it's a debate for another day. But if you enjoyed the video, you're a Parkway fan, you're new to the band itself, new to the channel, whatever, consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. I just do this shit for fun, so, yep. That's it, guys. See you in the next video.